trip I didn't take. Laura always believed that time stretched like an endless thread. When she was offered that opportunity abroad, she felt that she shouldn't rush. Her family needed her close, her city was familiar, and the idea of starting over seemed like an uncertain promise. So she missed the plane, filed the papers, and convinced herself that she had made the best decision. The years slipped by like sand through her fingers. Her career, which she once believed to be promising, was filled with small disappointments, projects that never materialized, promotions that were given to others, dreams that faded over time. Meanwhile, her relationship with her family became a tangle of awkward silences and unspoken reproaches. Closeness had not brought the harmony she imagined, only the feeling of being trapped in a life that did not belong to her. One day, without thinking too much, she bought a ticket. She had no detailed plan or promises of work on the other side of the ocean, only an urgent feeling of movement. She said goodbye without any grand speeches, and with the weight of the years she had not lived on her shoulders, she got on the plane. The city welcomed her with a mixture of euphoria and vertigo. The streets were unfamiliar, the language a constant challenge, but for the first time in years, she felt alive. She found work in a small cafe while exploring new opportunities. She met people who knew nothing of her past, and in their eyes there were no expectations or judgments, only the present. Every day, when she woke up, she felt that she was where she should be. She learned to laugh at mistakes, to enjoy small triumphs, and to discover herself in every corner of that city that, little by little, she began to call home. Her family missed her, yes, but the conversations were different now. The distance had smoothed out rough edges, and, not always being within reach, the words were chosen more carefully. One night, as she strolled through the vibrant lights of the city, she passed a building with a lit window. In the reflection of the glass, her face blended with that of a woman inside the store. Their features were familiar, the same expression on her lips, the same shadow in her eyes. It was her, but it wasn't her. Inside the building, in a conference room, a woman her age spoke confidently in front of a group of executives. Laura stared at her. Her gestures were her own, her voice, although distant, had the same tone. Suddenly, she understood. It was the version of herself that stayed in her hometown, the one that never took that plane, the one that stayed in the same office, the one that accepted the small triumphs with resignation. She stayed watching her for a few more seconds, with her heart beating in her ears. Then, without looking away, she smiled.